Well, I got something interesting right here, something I found on clearance at Walmart. $3.86. It was actually the last one they had, and it's part of their home line. I believe it's called an Ozark trail or something like that, knife line. And I saw it, and it was cool. It was, like I said, $3.86. And I said, let me get that and let me try it out. Because sometimes you can get a good bargain there, and sometimes you can't. But what I like is the overall design of this one. Now it's a 3.5-inch assisted opening. It doesn't list the stainless steel on it, which for $3.86 you're not going to get anything fantastic or outrageous. But it has some design features that I appreciate. It's got what looks to be some G10 scales on it, which kind of caught my eye because the texture of them and the style, it looks pretty neat. But it appeared to be an assisted flipper, but this is where it started to differ. If you notice, whenever it flips back into the lock position, and it is a liner lock, the assisted flipper folds back into the knife. That's a really cool design. Now I wish that, I've never seen a design like this, and I'm sure there are other knife makers that use these kinds of assisted opening techniques or this style of flip assist, because you can see how it bulges out. And then when you push it in, it folds in, and it's actually a separate piece. So whenever you're taking the knife and you go to engage it, this little piece here kind of locks out. So something really cool. Now this is 3.5-inch. I assume it's a grade of stainless that's going to be the alphanumeric Chinese something CR MOV class. Again, it's not listed on the blade. It wasn't listed on the package. The backspacer on this, let me just go over a couple things. The backspacer is a very inexpensive plastic, and it feels inexpensive. The steel, as far as the blade and then the assist opener, they appear to feel and look to be different grades of steel. The pocket clip on here is very, very, very soft. I think that after a number of uses, that'll pretty much get a little bit too soft, but I haven't carried it yet. The liner lock, though, hey, it's a pretty nice liner lock. I mean, it gets into the belly of the blade and underneath here pretty well. I mean, it's got a good lockup, but there is some side-to-side play. The reason for that is it is the dual washers. It does have one side nylon and one side is the phosphorus bronze. As well, that's what it appears to be from looking inside the knife, but I would be willing to bet that is phosphorus bronze on the one side. I know there's nylon on the other. The nylon does allow a little bit of play because it is softer, but they're wanting to do that so that it does flip out easily. Now here's one of the weird things about this knife. Whenever it is in the folded position down and you're locked, I say locked, but you're ready to go, there's a substantial amount of blade play. Look at that. That's crazy. And it's got to do with how the washers are two sizes. As far as the nylon washer is large, it's puffy, it's fat, and then the phosphorus bronze is smooth and narrow. So you get a ton of blade play whenever you're folded down, but whenever it is in the lock position, it's minimal. I mean, for a knife of this price range, it is acceptable. The jimping on it, it's a little bit sharp. Now, the jimping here, a subtle jimping on the flip assist is nice. It's smooth. The steel appears to be a little bit more polished, but the actual blade on this knife, it's a little bit sharp, a little bit aggressive. The finger ramp on it, you definitely get a feel for the blade. Now what's interesting is this one appears to be a flip assist. I call it that because it almost looks like a flipper, but it has thumb studs, ambidextrous thumb studs, that it allows you to engage both ways, and it's very snappy, especially again for $3.86. Now, it might have been on clearance, so I'm not sure what the regular price had been, but I guarantee it wasn't anything more than $10 because the prices of the knives around it were like $9.88 and $8.88 and prices of that nature. So it wasn't anything exorbitant or extraordinary. Just a plain old cool looking knife. Compared to the Ravencrest Tactical that I recently reviewed, 3.5-inch blade. This is non-assisted, but you can see, I mean, these are both large knives where this one is fairly heavy. This one, it comes with without the penalty of weight. I mean, there's very little weight associated with this knife as compared to this one. This is a stone wash blade, but this is a pretty satin finish. Has the swedge top on it. So I mean, that's a good looking knife for the money. So if you happen to come across something like that, or you own one, hey, tell me about it in the comments. For $3.86 for what I got it for, it'd be definitely worth an EDC to keep in the car or carry around and knock around with you. I'm not going to lie, we just recently went through Hurricane Harvey, and that's why I backed up on my videos, and it's been a little bit. But having a knife inexpensive like this, I did loan out knives to people during the hurricane. I should say after, whenever we were going through and having to work in some houses and get some sheetrock out and things of that nature. And wouldn't be bad to have an inexpensive knife to hand out or use myself. So, again, if you're looking for something inexpensive, stop by your local Walmart if you have one, and sometimes you can find a pretty cool bargain. I might go in and change out the washer in there and put a dual set of the phosphorus bronze as opposed to the nylon washer, and maybe that'll tighten up that blade play whenever it's closed. I don't know, I'll try it and see and let you know how that turns out. So, happy hunting, and I hope you find something a little bit different and a lot less expensive. Thank you. Have a fantastic day.